couple of years ago, before my big spiritual awakening, Spirit had a really big lesson on discernment for me. So back then, I was obsessed with gardening and one day feeling better and having better health so I could potentially have a homestead. I was obsessed watching YouTube videos every day and growing a seed collection, and in all the forums of homesteaders, I wanted nothing more than to be a homesteader and grow my own food for myself, my family, and my community. And one of my favorite YouTubers, and she is still one of my favorite YouTubers, had mentioned that God had told her that she needed to teach people how to grow food. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. I feel the same. I'm right there with you. We're eye to eye, lady. And I was like, yeah, that I feel that resonates so much. That must be my calling too. And for years, I worked in my little tiny backyard, growing in containers and raised beds, spending so much money on plants and soil and compost and you name it. You know, they talk about, you know, this tomato only cost me $7,000, you know, like that. But nothing I did worked. I could get seeds to grow. If I planted them out in the garden, something would come along and eat them. The dogs would eat them, a squirrel, a bug. If I got something to harvestable size, the dogs would come along and eat the harvest, or the rats or the squirrels would come along and eat it. I don't think I got a single tomato in 3 or 4 years of gardening. And I live in Southern California. It is sunny and warm here almost every single day of the year. Nothing I did worked. And one day I threw myself out in the chair looking at my lush garden with no fruit in it, and I said, God, I don't understand. Why won't you help me? You want me to grow food. Why won't you help me? And I heard, we never told you to grow food. And that was the biggest slap in the face I could have had at that moment. Because not only did they tell me not to grow food, but I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. I'm like, well, if I'm not supposed to grow food, now what? But I realized that I never went inside and asked those questions. I didn't realize that was possible. But now that I have a beautiful connection to spirit, I'm able to talk with my spirit guides on a daily basis, I can go inside and ask those questions. So everything was telling me, everything was stacking up against me, everything was saying, no, this is not for you. Just because it's someone else's path to grow food doesn't mean it's yours, even though you resonated so deeply with it. So I guess if there's one thing that I could share, is that just because you resonate with something doesn't mean it's for you. And go inside and ask yourself the questions, because all the answers are there. It's so easy for us to give away our power and to let others influence us and let others tell us what is best for us and what we should do. And we were raised that way, right? Like, we were raised with everyone telling us, this is how you do it, that's not how you do it. But you have all the answers inside of yourself. So if you're watching this, I'm sure you're connecting to spirit too.